Your customer has placed an order. Congratulations, you have successfully invited them into a story in which they bought your product to solve a problem. You'd think we'd be done, and in a way we are. We've made the sale, the money is in the bank, the customer's problem is likely resolved, but while we feel like the story is done, the customer may not. Two things may be happening after a customer places an order, and it's going to happen especially if the order was a big order, if they spent a lot of money on it, or it's sort of a complicated process. The first thing that's going to happen is they wonder if they made the right decision. And the second is they wonder if they have been used. All right? They wonder if they've made the right decision, and they wonder if they have been used. They wonder if they were the inferior person, if you will, in the transaction. We have to be aware of these secret feelings a customer has because, first, this isn't the kind of experience we want them to have. They are truly the hero in the story, and we've been the guide. And they've been on a journey, and they don't know if that journey has transformed them or if they were duped and played the fool. A good guide, of course, only invites heroes on a journey that does transform them, in which their character is affirmed. The second reason we want to be aware of this dynamic is because it dramatically affects repeat business. When people feel like, I don't know if I was used, or I don't know if I was the inferior person in the transaction, what they're going to do with that is they're going to have a negative view of us. They need to devalue us underneath the sense of value that they have about themselves. We want to close that story loop in such a way that they know they made the right move, they made the right decision when they bought our product, and that they were a good person for having done so. You know, at the end of a lot of movies, you're going to notice this scene. The hero has already solved the problem, fought their nemesis, and won, but they're still kind of in doubt about whether they've actually closed the story loop and have transformed into a better version of themselves. And so what screenwriters often do is they bring the guide back into the story to tell the hero that they did a good job and they've changed into a more capable person who can handle challenges. In that movie that I love, The King's Speech, Lionel actually says to King George, "You are a great king. You are a great king." Mr. Miyagi tells Daniel in The Karate Kid that he is, in fact, a champion. The guide comes back and affirms the transformation of the hero. All right, there are two major questions that a customer has after they place an order, and the first is this: did I make the right decision? And we need to, as guides, tell them that yes, in fact, they did. You know, you've likely experienced this when a waiter tells you that you made a great choice at lunch or at dinner, right? That affirmation puts you at ease about the order you just placed. When you say, you know, I'll take the grilled cheese sandwich, and they say, that's one of my favorites, it's one of our most popular items. They're actually doing this. They're saying you should feel good about this decision. And it's a kindness on their part. They're saying, look, don't sit and sweat that you could have got the meatloaf. You made a great decision, and it's going to lead to you enjoying that meal a lot more. Pay attention. You're going to see it a lot now. It's a great thing that good sales representatives do. The second question is, it's largely subconscious, but it shows up as sort of an unsettled feeling. They wonder if they've been used. They wonder if they're the inferior person in the relationship that they just engaged with you. They wonder if the relational exchange that took place between you and them was purely transactional, or if there was some real respect taking place between the two of you. Sending a simple follow-up thank you note will do two things. It will affirm the customer made the right decision, and it will let them know the relational exchange between the two of you was genuine and based on mutual respect. This single act of sending a follow-up thank you note will close the story loop in your customer's mind and give them a feeling of satisfaction about having done business with you. And this is going to lead to repeat business. It's going to lead to word of mouth, and that is your best advertising, especially if you're in a really crowded market. If you have a lot of competition, stop after the sale. Spend 5 minutes, sit down, write this thank you note, and send it off. So, what do you want to say in a follow-up thank you card that covers these insecurities that your buyer might have? It's super easy. Your follow-up note needs to convey 3 ideas. The first is simple. You use it in every single note that you send. Thank you for your order. Thank you. It's a sign of respect. thank you, that meant a lot to me. You're actually saying you only say thank you to people who you value, right? So you're going to say thank you for your order. Then the only part that is really customized is this middle part. You're going to give a personal little compliment of some sort, right? When the watch dealer in Israel said, "You've actually inspired me," I think it's really important to, create a little trophy or a memorial when you've done something that you want to remember. What was he saying? It was a personal compliment that gave me a sense of satisfaction. And even if I knew he was doing it as a kind of tactic, it's a very thoughtful and respectful thing to do. And I walk away not feeling like, did I just get suckered into buying this watch? No. I walked away thinking, he's right. I needed him to say, no, this was a good decision. In fact, I probably would have bought a watch a lot earlier if a sales rep would have said something like that. A personal compliment goes a long way. And this is the part where if you really want to be an amazing sales representative, if you really want to grow your small business, just sit and be thoughtful. What is it about the exchange that I just had with this person? What is it about them that I think is of great value, that I admire, that I respect? Let me say that in this card. Then the third part of the follow-up thank you note is also just kind of formulaic. You can say it the same in every one of them. If I can help you in any other way, please let me know. So first, thank you for your order, personal compliment, and if I can help you in any other way, please let me know. So if you just write a thank you follow-up with those three parts, thank you for your order, personal compliment, and if I can help you in any other way, please let me know, you will close the story loop in your customer's mind. They will have a sense of satisfaction not only about their order, but they will have a sense of satisfaction about the relational transaction that they had with you. All right, so let's say our chef actually gets some business from that cocktail party, which I think we all know they're going to. Let's say somebody named Nancy hires them, the chef comes to the house and cooks. They have a great relationship. And in the early part of that relationship, the chef might sit down and say, "Nancy, thanks for hiring me as your at-home chef. Bringing in an at-home chef is one of the most simple yet effective ways to ease stress and enjoy more quality time with your family. It's obvious to me how much you love your family, and I'm honored to have served you. Please do let me know if I can be of any assistance in any other way. Your friend, Chef." It's a simple, thoughtful card. But if there was any sort of tension as they decided that they didn't want to have a chef anymore, if there was any sort of tension about having placed the order and still being in relationship with that chef, that card is going to go a long way to sort of ease the tension and close the story loop. One of the differences between a salesperson who only cares about sales and a guide who cares about people is that after the money is exchanged and after the product is sold, the guide goes back and helps the hero close the story loop in their mind and affirms their identity as somebody who is strong and capable of making great decisions. Send thank you cards and your business will grow. All right, in our final video, I'm going to show you how to use the entire Customer is the Hero sales framework on a regular basis so that your sales keep growing. If you want to become a real pro by making the customer the hero, watch one more video and we will put it all together.